Welcome to the Reiki, healing, hope, community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom into a bloom, blossom into a bloom. I am Jessica. Sup? I'm a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. It's okay to feel safe, okay? So if you're new to this community, welcome, babies. This is your nightly self-care routine, a place where you take care of yourself. You show up, you do what you need to do, you do the work, you balance, amplify your life, rinse and repeat, and go to the different levels. So if you're new to the community, welcome, welcome, babies. And if you're returning, welcome, welcome back. Mama loves you, so let's go ahead and get started. So, if you're new here, we start the session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. May I touch you? Inhale, exhale. Okay, you ready? Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, 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 okay? Okay. So breathe through this. Breathe through this. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Feeling safe and being safe, it's two different things. And I think the most important thing is to feel safe. Because sometimes we can go through a lifetime of trauma, be in a better place, but cannot appreciate it because we're so used to feeling unsafe or anxious or in a constant state of fight or flight. So it's okay. It's okay to feel safe. All that you've grown in your life, all the work you've done to cleanse and to work and to get yourself to be the person that you are today. It's amazing. That also means there are some qualities and some traits that were helpful for you that you have to make peace with and let go now. Traits that cannot come with you into this next iteration of yourself. And that's the fear-based motivation. That's anxiety, the anxiousness being used to motivate you to get to the next level. And that's just the constant thinking of thoughts as well that are not necessarily helpful. And overall, just having a pessimistic outlook at life. I can completely understand that life can create that outlook. But if you've been able to change your circumstances, if there have been many people, opportunities, situations that helped you to become rebirthed into life, then that means there's an opportunity to change the mind as well. So just changing the mind here, going through this, going through this, going through this, going through this. 7 years. And it was almost like, I would say probably 2015, 2016. Everything was kind of on track to where it was. And it's almost like you were instantly transported into a totally new set of rules in an alternate reality. And you've been trying to acclimate ever since then. But now that you have finally acclimated, you're finally like, okay, I get this. You're now being transported back into what you should be doing. But you're a different person. And the whole purpose of this cycle was to get you ready for whatever was to come that you weren't ready for back then. So sometimes the challenges that show up in life are here to prepare us for the greatness that we have in the future. But a part of being able to pursue the things that we love, the things that we want, is having to be able to internally, emotionally feel a sense of peace and calm. Just if you can, put your hands to your heart, take a deep breath in, exhale, and use your own energy to calm yourself. Allow the energy to flow through your crown all the way down. Centering, continue to breathe, and ground yourself. All the energy that is around you that connects us all, but most importantly lights your path, is here for your safety, is here to protect you. You are now in a space and an awareness to know how to use these resources. Because when we're younger, we don't quite understand what's going on. We're relying on people around us to interpret the messages. And if they're not good at interpreting messages, but now you can interpret your own messages. Now you have the power to change whatever is coming up in your life. And so you have greatness that you're working on, that you're building, that you're growing. But at the same time, in order to be able to have that greatness, to work through that, because when you're building something important, that can be challenging too. Okay, that can be challenging too. Things can be boring, things can be frustrating, there can be setbacks. Sometimes you get a lot of kind of a work, so you have to do a lot of things at one time. So all of those things, they're coming up. But you had to be ready, and you had to be prepared. You have to have a different mindset. And so the person that you used to be is in conversation with the person that you are now. And you have to make peace with that version of yourself and let them be in the past. And grow into this next version of yourself. You need peace. You can't do this greatness stuff if you are in a constant state of anxiety, if you're constantly worrying about the past and in these states of depression, if you're constantly worrying about the future in these states of anxiety. Now, I get it, it's not that simple, it's not that black and white. If you could push off feeling uncomfortable, turn it off, that would be easy. But that's a part of your path to figure out what you need to do to heal. is inevitable. I'm just telling you the way that I see it and the way that it happened to me. But feeling safe is important, so take some breaths. Expand, take up space. Because sometimes not taking up space can be a part of the issue, wanting to shrink down, wanting to not be seen, feeling like others know more than you do, or for some reason feeling like everyone else is normal and you, for some reason, just have this string of bad luck or something like that. No, let me tell you something, everybody feels that way. So that's probably more of the norm right there. So all you have to do is expand, take up space, ask the universe or whatever you connect with. That's your business. I tell you that all the time. That's your business. You gotta figure that out. Ask the universe or whatever. Ask what you need in order to get what you want. And understand how sight works. Sometimes in the esoteric, we look at sight from the perspective of being a clairvoyant, psychic, medium, being able to communicate with those who have passed on. But sight works both ways. Underneath the veil, sight is mediumship and clairvoyance. In front of the veil where we live in our everyday life, sight is your visualization or your co-creation of life. It doesn't matter which one you have or which one you want to use. It is up to you to decide, and it's really cool because we all have the ability to have the visualization and the co-creation, and it's so powerful because with sight, with mediumship and clairvoyance, we're receiving messages and we're taking things as they are. But when we have the visualization or we have the ability to see what is right in front and co-create, we have the power. It doesn't matter what we think the future will be or what we're trying to receive a message of like, oh, what will the future be? Please tell me. It's not that. It's what do I want it to be? And ask the universe. We are all in a partnership with the universe or whatever you connect to. We're all in a partnership. We're all in the best partnership. So if you ever been in toxic relationships, this might be a little bit hard concept to work through. But we're all in the best partnership. The universe says you can have anything, but you can't have everything. So you have to decide what is important to you. Tell me what you want. And many people don't know what they want. That's what gets people tripped up. They're trying to do everything because they don't know what they want. But you do know what you want. But sometimes there's a fear that going after what you want, you might lose out on something. Maybe the opportunity cost of something. Don't worry about that. Just know that if you are going to do whatever this thing is, rain or shine, when it's boring, when it's fun, then it's a part of your purpose. And it doesn't matter if anybody else agrees with you. Who cares? It's a part of your purpose. And that is why you are in this experience. To share with others, to bring light to us so we can see that gift that you brought with you within this experience. So understand that you're on the right path. That everything you've experienced is normal. A lot of people experience difficult times and have to learn how to get to the other side. And even getting to the other side takes time. So you don't have to pressure yourself to be perfect. Just know you don't have to do it on your own. Always reach out for help. Always appreciate the support that's around you and always change the support if it is not what you need. All of this is helping you. Even on an esoteric level, connecting to your guides, your archangels, your ancestors, your Orisha, whatever it is that you connect to, all here to help and guide you. But you have to be open and connect, and that's trusting yourself, which we did. Having unconditional love for yourself. And you have to feel safe. Because only when you feel safe will you actually be able to build a house. You know, if you didn't feel safe somewhere, you're like, I'm not going to build a house here, I'm going to keep moving. And if you've been in a constant state of movement your whole life, it feels like that, never feeling like any place is certain. enjoying life instead of ruminating on these things all the time. Breathing in and out. Did I bring you a feeling of safety? Or, I think more importantly, not I, do you feel safe? Do you see the power that is within you? Continue to breathe in and out. Continue to breathe in and out. Take your time. Take your time. And no judgment. No judgment. No judgment of anything. I don't know why I did that. Have fun. Have fun. I know you all have seen me for almost 700 videos. Or over 700 videos. Because the girl be working. But my personality is very serious. I have a very serious personality. And it took a lot of work to get this cheesy and this corny. It took a lot of work. And I work hard each and every day to get a little bit more cheesier, because life is not about worrying about things all the time. You got the obstacles, work through the obstacles, but enjoy. Be nice to your nervous system. Be nice to your body. And sometimes, I can say from my personal experience, I had to remove myself from the environment that reinforced the old behaviors. Family, friends, love, career. That's why I'm always talking about these things. There's been many a times where I had to be with myself in my own space because I needed to feel a way that I hadn't been taught, I hadn't been exposed to, but I believed I could have. We all have that ability. So to the best of your ability, find that space in your life for yourself. Find that space you can do it. So take a couple more breaths here. Relax into this. Smoothing over. So I'm going to smooth you over, okay? And I'm going to seal you with the sign of the infinity and say, if no one has said it, babies, love you. But who cares that I love you? The only thing that matters is that you love you, you know? It's not about the outside, it's about the inside. So love yourself each and every day a little bit more. I love myself, you know? I love myself a lot. I try to be very consistent in showing up with these healing sessions because of the amount of self-love I have. Because I felt like, wow, I had to do all this work. And I do know that a lot of people are doing this work. So let me show up and try to help in the way I can, because that's a part of holding myself accountable for what I feel like I have been put here to do. But baby, when I need to take a break, I will take a break quick, fast, and I already love you, but love me more, you know what I'm saying? So I encourage you to have the same type of feeling in life. You gotta love yourself